Welcome to Oaken Bros.
Good Monday morning, everybody on the West Coast, and good Monday afternoon on the East Coast.
How's everybody?
How's everybody's weekend?
Thriving, surviving, making it happen.
Watching all the news. And Eric has a very special announcement. My wife Sharon is watching. Hello, Honey Bear Sharon.
Happy New Year, Facebook user.
Happy New Year. Can't believe it's 2021 and we're still dealing with a lot of shit. But that's like the Billy Joel song. Like, we didn't start the fire. Like, it's always been burning since the world's been turning. People have
literally, you go to like the newspaper in 1967. It's the same shit.
Right. Right.
Good morning, Jamie.
Good morning, Jamie.
And this is what we wanted to talk about. I want to wait for a few more people to come on.
Scotty.
What's up, Scott?
Oh my God. I forgot to tell Scott.
Yeah. Tell Scott.
Scott. We have a mutual friend of ours who passed away, and his father actually passed away a couple days ago. And we were sitting and we told our mom who it was. And my mom's like, "Is his name Michael?" And I looked it up because I honestly didn't know. And I looked it up and it was. And my mom's like, "He's here with his son," and he named the son. And I don't want to say who it was because it's private. But yeah, Scotty, that was nuts, dude.
Yeah, Scott, if you want to reach out to the family, let them know that we have heard from both of them,
and they're together.
Yeah.
So that was
nice. The announcement that we kind of want to make, and I'm taking a note from the Chive. You guys know the website, thechive.com.
Eric and I were huge Chivers, like when we were
and basically 2000s. If you've ever been back to the Chive, which I very rarely go these days just because of lack of time with social media, they're a political free zone, and no matter the climate of what's going on outside of the Chive, they're steady with their content and the things that they want to talk about. So Michael and I have made a decision that we are going to be a political free zone. If you want politics, go to CNN, go to Fox News, whichever website you would like to.
And if you want to know who we like politically, we're going to tell you we like them all, because we are positive people, and we're not going to bash people. If you want to bash people, go on Twitter or go on all those social media sites and bash whoever you want. And Eric and I like everyone, and we hate them all. And that's exactly how we feel.
My daughter agrees. And I saw someone else, I forget who it was, but on Facebook today, someone said that they removed all politics on their Facebook feed. If it's not about food, family, or friends, she doesn't want to know about it. And I'm like, I love it. Good. So the point of this show was going to be, we wanted to talk business. We wanted to talk business updates, how we're doing, what we're doing, and everything's terrible and it sucks. No, I'm teasing.
I thought this is a positive,
no, that was a joke.
A positive podcast, bro.
That was a joke.
We are in we're in like the 9th inning, I think. And the way this vaccine rollout's been going on. So we spoke to our LA team today, and the LA team said they've converted Dodger Stadium, RIP Tommy Lasorda, by the way. I know Eric's not a big sports fan, but if you were a kid growing up in the 80s, you knew who Tommy Lasorda was. He was the manager of the Dodgers. Basically, they're turning Dodger Stadium from a COVID testing station into a vaccination center. So Dodger Stadium is massive. I mean, we've been up there, a lot of times in the past. But I think you're really going to start to see the vaccine get hauling ass. And I just want to say, I watched his interview with Chris Rock, and this has to do with the vaccine. It was Gayle King. It was on CBS this morning. And Gayle King's like, "So, Chris, are you going to take the vaccine?" He's like, "Hell yeah." Right. And I agree with him 100%. He's like, "Look," he's like, "Gayle," he's like, "I don't know what's in Tylenol." He's like, "But when I have a headache, I take the Tylenol and it goes away." He's like, "I don't know what's in a Big Mac, but it's freaking delicious." Right. You don't know what's in this vaccine. But if it means that we're going to be able to travel again, and people are going to be able to ride in the back of our cars again, and I can go out to LA and sell this damn book with my team, I'm going to take that vaccine.
I will certainly do whatever it takes to get back on the road again. And I'm all for it. And I think in due time there'll be herd immunity, and people are going to start traveling again. One thing that I wanted to talk about, and it's been so crucial to our business, is social media, is this podcast, is what we do on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, all the platforms that we're located on. And I wanted to talk to our fellow operators. I know a lot of you
And
are,
business people. We have a lot of
yeah,
people on
yeah,
my feed. And by the way, RJ, I have a comment on my feed. Yes, the vaccine. RJ, yes. CW
that's
post,
great.
bro.
You know, I know a lot of operators, and I see a lot of, you know, just other business people in general. They're very active on Facebook, and they're not active on LinkedIn. And I feel like it's a big mistake, because with Facebook, it tends to be kind of like an echo chamber that you're with other operators. But I have news for you. Unless you're connected with your clients on there, and the content that you're sharing, LinkedIn is where you have to be connecting with your clients, and then you have to be posting content about your business to those clients.
This
And
doesn't only go to the people in our industry,
correct.
in the ground travel industry. This goes to our friends out there who are just selling their stuff on Facebook amongst their friends, which is fine if that's how you want to be. But if you want to connect to a larger audience, there's LinkedIn, there's Twitter,
TikTok.
there's TikTok. I mean, Eric and I are now becoming TikTok famous.
We're trying.
No, I have over 60 followers.
Look at you.
I'm catching up to Charlie D'Amelio and Bella Poarch. Right?
Yeah. So
M to the
I
B.
implore you, if you are selling something and you are not selling what you are selling on every single platform that is available to you, you are missing out. You take whatever product you are trying to sell, and you put it on LinkedIn, and you put it on TikTok, and you put it on Facebook, and you put it on Instagram, and you put it on Twitter. You put it on all of those platforms, because I have news for you. Not just some of the people are on those platforms. Everybody is on those platforms. And that's what you have to be mindful of. And especially LinkedIn. If you sell B2B, if you're a business and you sell to other businesses, that is the place to go. Create content. And that's the number one piece of advice that I can give anybody for 2021. Create content for LinkedIn. That's where the money is at. That's where your clients live.
Do not sell.
Correct.
Do not sell. Say your story. Tell the audience your story. Tell them who you are. Tell them where you grew up. Tell them what your favorite foods are. Tell them what works for you. On my TikTok, I'm pushing spirituality and what the lessons that I've learned in the last 20 years from the books that I've read: Think and Grow Rich, The Science of Getting Rich, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, Just Ask the Universe. I'm talking like that, and I'm developing this audience. I'm not saying BLS is the greatest limousine service on planet Earth. You should use us. I'm not saying Monsterland is the greatest book ever written, is going to be the next Harry Potter. I'm not saying that.
You have to give people value.
Give people value. If you're a business person, and I'm watching my feed right now, there are business people on my feed. You have to get off Facebook. Keep doing Facebook, but take your message from Facebook and get your asses on LinkedIn. Get your asses on TikTok, because that's where everybody is. That's where all of your audience is. Listen, Facebook to me is like chicken soup for the soul. Eric and I joined Facebook in August of 2020. We're 15 years late to the game, to the Facebook game, because we were building a business and we were anti-social media, and I was writing every day,
And we were wrong.
And we were wrong, and we should have been on Facebook the day it went live. But you have to be on TikTok. You have to be on LinkedIn if you own a business. Even
if you don't own a business, if you are a working professional, if you work for somebody, if you want a side gig, if you stream video games, if you sell candles on the side, or if you make t-shirts, or if you have your kids' soccer games and you're a coach, whatever it is that you do, create content, because it connects you with your potential client base. It makes you human. And that way, when they see you, they know what you're all about already. It breaks the ice before. Go ahead.
I can't stress this enough. Do not sell. I'm seeing people on LinkedIn, call 404, blah, 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 limo.
They'll know how to find you.
We're all the best. If you bake muffins, you are the best muffin baker in the world. Everyone's the best. Tell your story of how you got there. Explain how that bakery started. Explain how your restaurant started. Explain where you are in your business today. In if you work for somebody, and go ahead, Eric. I could rip apart this all day. TikTok, It ticked everyone I'm telling everyone,
We spoke about this last
insider,
Monday. We spoke
in
about this last Monday.
right.
Yep.
I'm talking about this from an insider, someone who can get people verified on TikTok. His name is Brad Lambert. We interviewed him. He's an influencer in Los Angeles. He's a talent manager and a producer. He said everybody is on TikTok. If you want eyeballs into your life, to your business, to the way, you're again telling your story, get on TikTok and create content that's valuable to people. Don't say that your business is the best. Buy from me, buy from me, buy from me. Won't work.
You can show cool processes in your business. You can show, we show how amazing our cars are being washed, or we'll show our leadership style, or we'll show when we would have company outings, or we show how we hire somebody, or we show that how we have to fire somebody, or we show how we onboard a client. You have to show what makes you unique and special. If somebody, and then eventually over time, over months, over years, they're going to say, oh, you know what? I need that. I'm going to call them because I always see them in my feed every single day. So that means that they're doing good. And this happens day in and day out. And if you have a company and you have a company with multiple people should be doing it. Your salespeople should be doing it. Your operations people should be doing it. It's a team effort. If you have a family business, your wife, your kids, your uncles, your aunts, your grandparents, everybody should get involved and post content because it makes you relevant.
Talk about wisdom that you've learned. Talk about lessons that you've learned. Yeah, it's really funny. Auntie Marilyn's watching now. She says, I remember there was a time I was the only one on social media. Times do change. Marilyn, it takes a man to admit when they're wrong. And Eric and I were wrong. You were right. Eric and I should have been on Facebook. We should have been on Twitter. We should have been pushing the agenda, pushing the narrative of what BLS was. And you know who was really wrong? Our father. He was right and to say it's a private business. We shouldn't do this. You shouldn't put yourself out there. But let me tell you something. Getting on these social media platforms is what's going to determine whether you're relevant or not.
In the next 5 to 10 years.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We didn't even talk about Snapchat. I mean, I have like one video on Snapchat,
There's an ocean to explore with social media. There's a lot of winners, there's a lot of losers, and there's a lot to be determined as far as what social media is concerned. Explore it all. And admittedly, we haven't explored it all. We're just going based purely on our experiences. Huge success on TikTok and LinkedIn especially,
and Facebook,
and also YouTube.
Oh yeah.
This is a labor of love. YouTube. This is hard, long, drawn out work to make to make it on there. There are no shortcuts. You're either good or you're nothing.
So far, Eric and I are still in the nothing category.
Yeah, we're still in the nothing. I don't want to say we're bad, but either you provide ridiculously amazing content, or you're kind of just lost in the algorithm. So we're still hacking away at trying to figure out how to be known, and we hope that by creating content like this, where it helps people, in return helping us, will grow our channel.
I want to tell you guys something. This is about the journey, and I have a comment here from Rose. I don't want to get off topic, but remember, Rose said 72 Angels of Magic, mind blown. Thanks for the recommendation. Rose, it works. Stick to it. Go with it. Do the prayers however you deem fit. It works scary fast. So everyone out there, 72 Angels of Magic, we have a convert in Rose. So anyway, I take this personally. When I was building Las Vegas, we, as people that know us or people that don't know us, our family owns a global car service, and it was my MBA project and kind of like my baby to open up BLS Las Vegas. And Eric was a huge part of it, but I was the driving force to push Vegas into the stratosphere, no pun intended. And it wasn't up until about 2 years ago where we finally made it. And it took us 18 years to finally make it in Las Vegas, where we finally hit the stride then, and BLS was known as a contender in the city. It was a roller coaster of emotions. I lost my hair. I don't know if anyone could see in the back, but I lost my hair because of Vegas. The stresses that occurred. So, when you think that you're going to be on social media and you're going to become automatically famous and people are going to buy from you, Eric and I are 2 years now on YouTube, and we're just at 1,200 and change subscribers. and we have more interviews coming out. And, you know, we're pushing our agenda, we're pushing our narrative. But the shit takes time. Don't think you're going to go on TikTok, make 4 videos, and you're going to be the next Bella Porch or the next Charlie D'Amelio. You know, it doesn't work like that. That's a reason why there's only one Bella Porch and there's one
Like,
Charlie
and
D'Amelio.
I want to say, especially in our main business, you know, it's not great right now, and business, we're still trying to ramp up, so we have to focus on where we can succeed and where we can build a reputation and build the building blocks, so when things do get better, we'll be in a great position. And there's no better platform than any of the social medias, especially LinkedIn, to do that. So now is the time that you plant the seeds and you tend to the garden and you work and you protect your reputation, and you go and you put yourself out there by creating ridiculously good content. And
And
we can't necessarily we can't tell you what to say. All the one thing that I can tell you is that you just have to be yourself. Be your amazing self. And the way that I do it when I'm on a podcast or I'm interviewing somebody, or when I'm doing this right now with Michael, I imagine that I am out to lunch with a client, and that's the conversation that we're having.
this is pretty normal for Eric and I, by the way, when we're out with a client or a film producer or something. And this is the way we talk. We don't say, oh my God, we're the best, buy from us, buy from us, buy. It doesn't work like that. If you have commission breath, they're going to seek it out, and then no one's going to buy from you. But if you're going to go on and talk from the heart and talk about how you really feel, people will connect with you. And Eric and I are developing this audience on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on TikTok, and we're literally just being ourselves. You know, if you want to build your reputation in your business, in your personal life, in your career, you have to be doing this. And don't think you're going to be the next Justin Bieber, right? There's only one Justin Bieber.
Or the next Gary V. There are certain people that are exceptional. They are the LeBron James of whatever it is that they are doing. And you can't necessarily always expect to be there, but you can strive to do that. There are certain people where they're just such naturals at whatever that they're doing, that they are just the best of the best, and they work so incredibly hard at it that, you know, the way that I work couldn't even compare to what the amount of hours and time and stuff that they do, just because they're so damn special at it. And maybe every single one of us have some type of special thing that can make us succeed at it. Of course, that's what you have to go out and look for and find.
I'm going to disagree with you 5,000%. We're changing
Tell me.
100% to 5,000%. I think Oaken Bros is at the top of their game in the ground travel industry.
Mm-hmm.
In the people that we're friendly with. I think that we are on top of our game because no one is doing this right now.
You know what? Yes, I think BLS especially, we are the best of the best. But that's why it's funny to me, Mike, because it's like, it's just so easy, right? Like that part of our life, it's like eating dinner. It's just so easy, and it's so natural, and it was 20, 30 years in the making for us to be able to act that way. Certainly, doing the podcast, I can't wait to say, or to have the time when someone says, man, you guys are so lucky, because they're not going to see the thousands of hours of shows that we've done, where right now we have 11 people watching.
I had up to 14 on mine, and a few people dropped off.
Right. But the point is that they're not going to look back at this, and they're only going to see the huge success.
Mm-hmm. You know what I say? The people that say luck, I say there's no such thing as luck. You make your own luck.
Commission breath. That was from Adam Holzer.
Yeah.
Shout out to Adam Holzer. Connect with him on LinkedIn. He's a master connector. And that was one of my most popular posts. I made a PDF where explaining what commission breath was on LinkedIn. And that went really, really wide.
Yep. The minute anyone senses any desperation in your voice, and I did that in Las Vegas. When I was going to sell the hotels, I was saying, we're the best, we're the best, we're the best. People didn't want to hear that. They wanted to hear about you. They wanted to hear about your journey. They wanted to hear what foods you like, you know, and that was the best part about the lesson, right? It's the journey, people. It's not the end result. If we would say, man, I would give anything for 1,200 subscribers when we had 5 subscribers, Like, oh man, then we're really going to be happy. Well, guess what? We're at 1,200 subscribers now, and Eric and I are far from happy. I say that, sarcastically. We are happy with what we have. The idea is that what's it going to be like at 5,000 subscribers? I think then Eric's going to be happy.
Isn't that funny though? I literally just made a post today on the journey. Hold on, let me read that.
It is all about the journey, everyone. Because if you think, listen, I know that my books are going to get turned into films or TV shows or whatever. I know it's going to happen. I could see it. I could live it. I've been living that life for 30 something years. And I know it's going to happen. And if you think that that's the day I'm going to be happy, no, I think it's just another thing I'm going to tick off saying I did it. I accomplished that.
But it's just never like that. Let me read this. Am I being patient or am I wasting my time? We are investing so much money, effort, and time into projects. It gets confusing sometimes. Is this thing that I'm working on actually going to work out? But then I had a moment of realization. It does not matter if it works out. It's the process that actually matters. What I'm learning on this long, bumpy, and chaotic road is that the lessons learned is what I can bring with me to the new obstacle that is surely around the corner.
Yep. And you can't give obstacles any mind. You cannot pay an obstacle any mind, because when the obstacle comes, you're going to find yourself a way through it, over it, under it, or around it. That's Wallace Waddles 101.
And Tony Robbins.
Rose says 5,000 subscribers next month. Yes, the only thing that's stopping us is apparently no one, because, we have a lot of cool interviews coming out. We just interviewed Spirit Science, which, I'm in love with this kid, Jordan River. Unbelievable guy.
If you want to know about ayahuasca, DMT, meeting Toph, and he met his deceased father when he was tripping, and the experiences of that, and his whole channel, which is called Spirit Science, is all about finding meaning in life.
Yep,
that's it. If I could sum up his channel, and it's helped me so much.
Yeah, Spirit Science is ridiculous, and I think he's going to be putting us on his site. So he has 1 million followers, and if we can get 4,000 more subscribing to Oaken Bros, Rose, that'll put us at 5,000 subscribers in February. So I'm hoping that he can put us on there. And then we have Wheat Belly, Dr. William Davis, coming up this Thursday. That
was a fun interview.
That was a great interview. And listen, in order to get to 5,000 subscribers, we can't just be sitting on Facebook. And we love Facebook. I love my friends on Facebook. It's an amazing community of people. And it's nice that it's like a glorified text messaging service to everyone that you're connected to. It's really an amazing service. But then there's TikTok. And I have now these people on TikTok that are following me. And I don't know who these people are, but they really like my content. And it's fun. Same thing with YouTube. We met The Beard on YouTube. Who was that other guy? Volvatron. Yeah. These guys they found us through The Critical Drinker, through the Vegan Gains interview. And man, it's been so rewarding, but we're not stopping. No, we're not just stopping it. Okay, we're done. That's it. Rose says, I think interview with average people that have made laws of attraction work for them would be great. That's good. It's much more relatable. I got to tell you, I've reached out to a ton of law of attraction coaches, and not many have written me back.
So you know what, Rose, also full transparency, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get people with followings to interview them, because then that would help our channel grow. We've interviewed, if you look back in our catalog, we've interviewed a lot of just random people with with just day-to-day type stuff. And, they didn't go very wide. And we do want, obviously, if we're going to put in the time and the effort, we want the viewership too.
And we also want to interview the cream of the crop. I want to interview Arnold Schwarzenegger. I want to interview Gary Vee. I want to interview, you name the biggest names possible. I want to interview Jay-Z. These are the people that we want to be like what Howard Stern is, what Joe Rogan is. And interviewing people that with law of attraction to know that it worked. That'd be great. Do they have a following? Is there, are they verified? To say I really, really, really wanted the love of my life, and I got this mediocre person, but I still love them. Is that someone that would be interesting on our channel? She feels that average people would add followers faster. Everyone likes stories. That's interesting. I feel like we're doing that now. Rose, how did the law of attraction work for you? Give me one example. We're doing it right now. What's one example that the law of attraction worked for you or anyone out there in Oaken Bros land?
While she answers that, I had a little bit of a crazy,
Oh
um,
my God, I'm glad you brought
a
this up.
crazy Friday. So I was on Friday, I was having a rough day. I just wasn't in a good place, and I was a negative Nelly, so to speak. And I was on the phone with my brother and my mother, and they were kicking my ass. They were kicking my ass, and they're like, "No, no, no. No, 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 you don't do that." And, my wife goes out to go get the mail, and she's like, you have something from George Anderson?" I'm like, "What?" And right on the package, it says, "To Oaken Bros," and then care of, GA Grief Support, because that's how he looks at himself, that he helps people who are grieving. And I get this book in the mail called The Golden Codes of Shambhala. Now, basically, if you don't know what the golden codes of Shambhala are, they are it's the eternal light. It creates it's all things happiness, all things good. And basically, if there's numbers in the universe that if you say them and you kind of worship them, they'll bring whatever the numbers meaning are into your life. Like Shambhala 11117 means spiritual, energetic, mental awakening, or Shambhala 8801 means rejuvenation. And if you say these things just throughout the day, and there's a whole thing with this book. I mean, I read this book literally in 20 minutes. There's an intro, and then you basically go every single day for a week and you read the Shambhala codes, Shambhala 6644's work, success, abundance, victory. And you go and you do that, and it takes 20 minutes, and you feel better and you feel good. And these golden codes of Shambhala connect you with the archangels. They connect you with the eternal light. They connect you with goodness. And it came at a really amazing time in my life, because I very rarely have bad days where I'm not in a good place about something. And it came exactly on the day when I wasn't in a right state of mind. And this was, I mean, very obviously it was a gift from my father. So, and if you don't know, my father is deceased. So this was a very cool thing that happened.
Tell the audience how Dad got us those amulets when you had the reading with George Anderson.
Yeah, I had a reading with George Anderson, and before the reading, he's like, "I'm gonna be sending you something in the mail," but he's like, "Your father wanted to get you something," and very specifically, he wanted to give us these sigils, which are things that you use to pray to the archangels, and you kind of just keep them close to your heart, so you're always connected to the archangels. And for those of you who don't know, archangels are there to help. They're there to help humankind to succeed and you know to get anything that they want in their life. So he actually, in the pack that he got us 3 sets, and I keep one by my desk where I work, and then I keep one in my wallet because I'm not a big jewelry wearer. So I keep one on me at all time. But again, that was a gift directly from my father.
And he told me when I met with George Anderson, he told me to buy the Golden Codes of Shambhala and the 72 Angels of Magic when I had that reading. And I did the Golden Codes all summer long, and it 100% made a difference in my life. I'm really happy that you got that book now.
Yeah, no, that was very cool. Did Rose write you back, Michael?
She just did. She said, "LOL, I cut out a photo of a DG model, I guess Dolce and Gabbana, from a
Mhm.
magazine and put it on my fridge. White linen pants, the glasses, and the shirt was what my husband was wearing on our first date. I had written a letter with all the things that I wanted in a partner. It was him to the last detail. I'm an only child, and I always imagine having 2 girls. I have 2 little girls that are my best friends." I did the same thing for Sharon.
Yep.
I did the same thing for both of my kids. I wrote down exactly what I wanted even before I knew that I was ever gonna marry Sharon.
Yeah,
And,
I believe this is Scott Shear, but universe brought him a great family.
there you go. There you go.
Ask and ye shall receive.
Yeah.
And your thoughts are weapons. So you have to be really, really careful how you use them, because they're literally a loaded gun. And if you're not going to be careful with what you put out there, you're going to get exactly what you put out. So if you're going to put out negativity, negativity is going to come right back to you. But if you're going to put out positivity, it's a boomerang. It's going to come back right at you, and you're going to receive good vibes.
Clearly, the occultists know something is there. Clearly, the occultists and the practitioners of the law of attraction know that there's something beyond the veil, right?
Yes.
Like Rose, like, you know, our children are in the same class, like they're friends, and you know, I don't know Rose well, but I know her through Sharon. Like, clearly, like there's something there, right?
I
Like,
just
let's
want to
stop
say
denying it, people.
it's hidden all around us. I was making a post for TikTok where I was reading lyrics from songs. So I figured I'd try something new. And just one song, I swear to God, it's probably always in my head. And I mean, my Xbox username and my Call of Duty name is named after this album. Their album is called Uplifter. And my name is called Uplift R. The Uplifter wasn't available, so it's just the word uplift and the letter R. And there's a song by 311 on the album Uplifter called Something Out of Nothing. And I'll just read the first verse, but it literally reads like an ancient script written by the angels. We are the wind on the sea, sun reflecting you into me. We are the moon and the stars, darkness hiding mystical heart. We have just begun, the dreams, the nightmares, everyone. We are mysterious things, eternal, perpetual, unending. We are the yin and the yang, the ending, the middle, and the big bang. We are 0 and 1, the desert, the forest, and the ocean. That's by the band 311. You wouldn't normally think that the band 311 is talking about magic, but they are. It's hidden in plain sight, people, and it's no coincidence that 311 is one of the greatest bands of all time.
While you're doing this, I have not done this on a podcast yet, but I'm going to do some quick research right now because Tool did a song by the Fibonacci sequence, and it was Lateralis, probably one of the greatest. Let me just find it right here. Tool lyrics, Lateralis. Black, then white are all I see in my infancy. Red and yellow then came to be, reaching out to me, let me see. As below, so above and beyond. I'm getting the chills. I imagine drawing beyond the lines of reason, push the envelope, watch it bend. Overthinking, overanalyzing separates the body from the mind. Withering my intuition, missing opportunities, and I must feed my will to feel my moment drawing way outside my lines.
That's
Like,
what I love about this stuff.
Like, so Tool is my favorite band of all time. I go Tool 311, and sometimes they alternate depending on the season. But like Led Zeppelin, Tool, David Bowie, the greatest musicians of all time.
They all talk about it.
They all talk about the law of attraction, the Kabbalah, the archangels, magic with a K. There's something there. And Eric and I just started following the archangel stuff this in 2020. That was what was eye-opening about it. But it's all around us.
It's been around since the beginning of time.
Absolutely.
You look at things from the founding fathers of the United States. It's all
Freemasons.
It's all there. The rituals, the occult, the Freemasons, like Michael said, it's all there.
Right. The Freemasons are connected to the Kabbalah. We have a friend, Tommy Fisher. I think Tommy is in the Freemasons. I would love to talk to him about that. But Jimmy Page bought, and we're going to talk about this with Dr. Justin Sledge when that interview comes out in a couple weeks. Jimmy Page bought Aleister Crowley's house. Ozzy Osbourne's song Mr. Crowley was about Aleister Crowley, about this magician who practiced work. He literally wrote the Bible, and he created his own religion on working with archangels like King Solomon did. Right now, I'm absolutely obsessed with King Solomon's magic with a K. And Rose, if you think 72 angels of magic is a jumping off point, there are hundreds of books out there about all the magic you need. It really, it's unbelievable. Donna just said, what's the best book to start out with?
72 Angels.
72 Angels of Magic.
Yeah, this book is very easy. So if you're not into reading, you can in less than an hour.
It's no coincidence that Dad got you that book.
Exactly. So if you're not into reading, I did this entire thing in under 40 minutes.
Yep.
So that's good to me. And it's like a thick book, but like if you look, like there's, it's like that.
Shambhala 9900.
And then basically you go through this book and then you pick the codes that resonate with you. And then you just kind of memorize them and you put it under your meal, or you can create art with it, and you can do all that type of stuff.
Donna says the hidden codes. No, it's called the golden codes. Eric, put that up to the screen so Donna could see it. The golden codes of Shambhala. The golden codes of Shambhala. I did it all summer.
Yeah, this is very, very easy to do. And this isn't like, this is correlated with magic and archangels. It's kind of all in the same category. But this is not the 72 angels of magic. This is different. It's part of it.
Donna, get the 72 angels of magic.
I mean, he asks a question here. What are the golden codes of Shambhala? And then he goes on for about 4 pages with these bullet points. And it's amazing that there are so many different definitions of the golden codes of Shambhala: transcendental, energetically activated, spiritually attuned, and multidimensional codes of light, coded spiritual knowledge, coded focused intention, coded creative power, and coded cellular healing energy, numerical codices, special and specific mathematical forms that permeate all levels of human consciousness. And this just goes on and on and on. Like I'm on like what he was saying here, and a gift to humanity, an effective, simple, practical, and easy to use way to activate the light body, in parentheses, spiritual body, and increase the physical body's ability to contain and hold more light, life force energy, etheric vitality.
Love this shit. I mean, like, I could talk about this stuff all day.
We do.
Rose says you guys need a link for all the Amazon recommendations. It's a good idea, Eric.
Yeah, we can create an affiliate link.
We could definitely. Well, they're not affiliates of ours. They're just highly recommended.
You can. Well, we'll talk about it offline.
Okay.
The best way to do it. But thank you, Rose. That's a decent idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea. But yeah, we have our Ultimate Reality. I have this book. It's right over here. It's Our Ultimate Reality by Adrian Cooper. Is literally a tour of heaven and the Kabbalah, the archangels, mysticism, Christian mysticism, what heaven looks like, what's it like. Yeah, Donna says it sounds perfect. Needs something I need right now. I'm telling you, we all need it.
It was delivered to my mailbox at the exact right time. How crazy is that?
From our Father in heaven.
I didn't know this. I didn't know this was being sent to me. I didn't know that Friday was going to be a shitty day for me. I didn't know. And then I did it. Like we eat dinner at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. I started at 4:30 and I was done in time to cook rice for dinner.
The archangels are listening, people. The archangel. I love how it always gets to that, right? I would always like our podcast always gets to like, we'll start out with like, you better be on LinkedIn and TikTok because the archangels say so. Does anyone out there not believe in archangels and spirituality and mysticism? That's a serious question. And we are all about different people's beliefs. Yeah, Donna says, wow, this is being sent to me at the right time. Is anyone out there doesn't believe? And we like everyone's opinion. We like skeptics. We like cynics.
I mean, I would assume that if they don't believe, they would find our channel like chalk on a chalkboard.
Sure.
So I think our show would be pretty intolerable to somebody who wasn't into this type of thing.
Yeah, but you know what? That vegan dude who was on,
he seemed open-minded, but he was expecting something. Somebody actually just commented on that.
I saw that.
They're like that I forgot what his name is, but that vegan dude was hardcore.
Solitary vegan.
Solitary vegan.
Donna says, can you make a list of books you recommend? I will 100% compile that. I'm a voracious reader. I love to read.
Yeah, Michael reads way more than me.
Michael
reads, gives me the cliff notes. And then if I am so inclined to say I want to research this more, then I'll do it myself.
Yeah, but what my father specifically did to my brother now is saying, you better start diving into this shit too.
Yeah.
Because Eric was no offense to Eric. He was horrible on Friday. He was at a level 1 where mom and I were operating at like a level 9. And we pulled him up to like a level 4 or 5. But then the golden codes definitely put you to a level 8 or 9. I mean, that really, I saw a difference in your mindset after that.
Yeah.
You need like Oaken's list, like Oprah's favorite things. starts at the same, like, oh, Owen Oaken and Oprah.
It's a sign.
It's a sign from the universe. We will 100% make a reading list. I would love to do that. I think it would be really good. And for the people that don't like it, I mean, don't read it.
No. I think with that, we got to get back to work. We appreciate y'all checking in and tuning in. It was a really nice time. I know I got a lot off my chest. We're going to be going live again on Wednesday night at 8:30. And I think we'll see what pops up then. We'll just do probably a regular old Ask Me Anything. Michael and I will discuss what we want to call it. Everybody, if you'd be so kind to like and subscribe to our channel, really helps us grow. Check us out on TikTok, eric.oken, michael.oken on TikTok.
Pop it up there.
And we create exclusive content for TikTok. So it's not all just regurgitated or cut up material from the show. So there is new stuff there. And
yeah, I'm just on TikTok. Eric doesn't count. Donna says, great idea. Oaken's favorite things. Love you guys. We love you back, Donna. Rose says, keep up the good work. Thank you, Rose. We're doing it. We're, this is our life's work right here, creating a legacy.
Everybody, y'all have a good one. We'll see you later.
Like, subscribe, everyone. Have a good week, and we'll see everybody on Wednesday night.
Bye.
Bye.